I'm driving through New York. I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm not going to really look at the camera because I'm driving. But I was just laughing. I was sitting here laughing at the the current circumstance I find myself in. I was talking to my clients this morning and the my Diamond Mastermind girls and stuff, and we were just talking about like how I decided to make this move and the moments and decisions that I saw come up that were possible. And then I was sitting here driving. We're headed to New York. We're officially on our way to freaking Florida. All 5 of us are all packed up and headed down there. So that's exciting. It was really weird. It was like all the emotions. Like my husband had emotions coming up all week, but then, you know, Calvin and I, basically it was like right before we left, all of a sudden all the emotions. So people are crying, and you know, I think for me it's a little bit different because in my head, basically I travel so much now, and you know, my intention is to have a business that just goes anywhere, and I travel the world all the time consistently, and you know, I have mentors and stuff ahead of me that I'm so inspired by how often they're traveling and, you know, just sort of able to adjust to the different, you know, circumstances very easily and are organized in a way where that's all not a big deal. So for me, it didn't really seem like that big of a deal. However, for sure, there were a lot of emotions that came up for everybody right before we left. And, you know, the house was empty except for, you know, my mom staying there just for a couple days till the end of the month. So just her stuff was there, but it was completely empty. And I just sort of walked through, and like for a good 3 minutes, it just was like, you know, when people talk about your life flashes before your eyes, like before you die or something. Well, I'm definitely not dying. However, my life like just flashed before my eyes. Like the 12 years that I was there, I was on the same driveway, and so like there was 3 different houses that I lived in on that driveway. I like stayed on that driveway. So I remember I went to one of Sarah Jenks like moon circles, and we had to burn something, and I was like, I need to get the fuck off Rocky Hill Road because I just sort of stayed there. And it's been an incredible, amazing journey. It's not like there was anything bad about it. I just knew, like, I don't know, I'm kind of a nomad. I bounce around, so that was a long time for me to be in one place. So I just sort of had this like 12 years, like the shit that went down in that 12 years on that road right there. When I think about like who I was 12 years ago as the woman showing up there and who I am today, it's completely unrecognizable. Like literally 100% completely unrecognizable. I cannot recognize my life. I cannot recognize myself. It is just a completely different human being and a completely different life, which is exciting and amazing because I was in tons of pain 12 years ago. And so like I was just walking through the house, and like all these flashes in my head of who I was, of like how confused I was even to set one single boundary in my life, or how confused I was about even like admitting one single thing that I wanted, how I always felt like I was never good enough. I could never get to the place where I was good enough for like the thing that I wanted to accomplish. And I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I was really like, I didn't know how to be connected to God in a way that felt good to me and didn't feel like scary and restrictive or like I was bad. And I didn't know any of these things. I didn't know, like, no goals felt realistic. It was kind of just all survival mode. It's like all these things flashed in my head. Like literally even in that 12 years, there was like, I got super depressed, like didn't get out of bed for a while. I don't know how long it was. I think it was probably like a week. It could have been a few days. I don't really know. It was probably like a week. Like some shit went down those 12 years. So like all of a sudden I was walking through the house and it just all flashed in my head, like all these images and pictures just flashed in my head. And I like looked at the house and like all these things that something that, what's her name now? Of course I'm gonna forget her name right now. Oh, what's her name? Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, when I was in Bali, I told them what it's on the tip of my tongue. They cracked up laughing. They thought that was the greatest analogy ever. I'll think of it. But she teaches, like, leave everything with love. So as I was walking through my house, I was just like intentionally leaving everything with love and like being so grateful for, you know, God orchestrating that whole thing for me to experience and go through, and the neighbors that we had that first introduced me to life coaching, and, you know, unconditional love and support, and just having a deeper purpose and meaning in your life, and like how that all got started, and all the situations that happened that sort of required me to show up and be somebody different. And I just felt so grateful. And I remembered to leave the house with love, and knowing that as I left everything behind me in love, when I show up in Florida at the new house, we'll be received in love. And I know that. And I didn't always understand that. Like, it's so easy for us to just be like, wow, that was a fucking nightmare, glad I'm out. Right? But it wasn't a nightmare. It was waking up. Right? It was waking the fuck up. I was asleep. I was not awake. I wasn't lit up. I didn't know who the hell I was. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what was available for me. I didn't feel worthy of jack shit. I thought I was barely worthy of what I even had. I didn't know who to be when I wasn't numbing out or causing drama or, striving for some thing that, like, culturally I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm going to be in neuroscience because that's where I get all the kudos. And it was one hell of a journey. And it feels really fucking weird. And I was thinking, oh my God, like all, my clients and, just the people that sort of track with me or followers, I guess is what they're called online. Like, how could I not share this experience with you guys? Because I don't know, because none of this would be happening without you guys. And although most of the time it feels like my honor to be part of your life and to get glimpses into your life, that's what it feels like day to day. Like, I just feel so honored and so grateful and blessed and lucky to be a part of you guys' life and to get glimpses into, like, the choices you make and when you break through and when you're scared and shitting your pants and you're pushing through it, and when you fall on your ass and you're beating yourself up and then you shake that off. And I'm like, sometimes I forget to thank you guys for being part of this with me and caring about my shit and my journey too, because I tend to just focus on your shit, right? So today I was just driving and I was like, oh my God, like, how could I not share this moment with them? They're so kind and loving and allow me to see into their life and share so vulnerably with me. How could I not share with you guys? So that was what this journey felt like. Just, it feels like another moment. There was one moment when it was like, I went to the grocery store and I had enough money that I didn't even have to think about anything that I bought. I bought whatever I wanted. I bought all organic for my kids. And when I got home, some of you might have heard the story, I was walking in the house with the grocery bags and I just started bawling. I literally fell on my knees in the middle of the driveway and I started bawling, and I was just like sobbing and like crying, like those cries, like that soul cry. It was just a soul cry. And I was just like, I fucking did it. Like, I really did it, man. I did it. Like, little old fucked up me, I really did it. And I just felt like this complete communion with God in the moment, just like I was so safe, I was so protected, I didn't have to worry about anything, like everything was going to continue to go good. And I think leaving the house today felt a bit like that. Like, it felt like, man, we really fucking did it, didn't we? Like, we did it together. We're doing this shit together, and we're all in this together, and this is really fucking happening. And I don't know, all the moments that felt so horrible or awful or hard, and how they all led me here, and then remembering, like, okay, and it ain't over, because I feel like I'm just getting warmed up. Like, I haven't even really gotten started, is what it feels like. Like, I just got my toes in the water. Sky's the limit, and like, how much more shit is gonna come up that I get to get seasoned through and outgrow, and how incredibly grateful and honored I am to have you guys by my side and in this with me and doing this together, and how honored I feel that anybody would choose me and allow me to help support them through some of the most trying and epic times of their life, the celebrations, the wins, and the downfalls, and the pain, and the scary moments, and the moments when really we hit that crossroad. Like, am I gonna fucking do this or not? Like, are we doing this or are we not doing this? Like, am I meant for this? Am I cut out for this? Am I both in it? Like, am I both feet in? Like, am I really gonna do this or not? Because we all will hit that place where it's like, am I doing this or not? Like, is this worth it? Am I really cut out for this? Is this really gonna happen? Am I sure this is what I want? What is it gonna feel like on the other side of this? And we hit those moments, and man, how lucky are we to be able to do it together, right? Like, How fucking lucky are we to do it together? We are so lucky. And I love you, my tribe. I absolutely love you. I love you guys so much. You're like the family outside my family. And I just wanted to say thank you. And that was my long-winded way of saying thank you. And I love you guys. And there's so much epic shit coming. I'm so excited about the July group. I didn't think we were going to be able to open one up this early. So we already got tons of applications in. I'm super excited to connect and start learning these new women. And you know what one of my favorite things is? This might not mean anything to you guys. I don't know if it does or not. But one of my favorite things in the world is like when one client group starts getting to know the other client group. It's like, I feel like I'm connecting like soulmates. I'm connecting like soul tribe people. And I am going to be doing an event down here in Florida just because, I don't know, because I fucking miss everybody. And because we had so much, we're only halfway through, we're having so much fun in the May group. I feel like I've been doing this with them forever already. I feel like I get to know those girls so well already. So many shares and huge wins and breakthroughs. And so I'm doing a live event just because I miss everybody and I want to. But also, I'm really excited for like my Diamond Mastermind girls to get to know some of the May girls, and for some of my, like the separate groups that I have for people to get to know each other. I mean, we're all so much alike. We're all doing the same shit and the same pain and same triumph. So I think it's gonna be really exciting for everyone to get to meet each other. So that is all. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of the safe travel wishes, and I'll keep you posted when we get there and the journey along the way and what's next. If you are looking to get into the ACA July group, it's the 3-month group that we run, step-by-step business building. It's just mandyperry.com, and then you'll see an application and some details about the program on there. It's gonna be fucking epic, and we're actually turning this one into a membership, so you get drip content out. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna be pretty high level. It's gonna be fucking awesome. All right, guys, I love you so much. Talk soon.